I was 18 years old when this happened. It was the beginning of summer, school was over, and I didn't have a job. Most of my days were spent inside the house, playing video games, watching YouTube, or just relaxing. That week, my parents were out of town for a few days, leaving me home alone. This wasn't unusual. It happened often, and it was never a big deal. That night, I was watching a rerun of one of my favorite shows on Netflix while scrolling through my phone. It was late, around 11 or maybe midnight, when I heard a knock at the front door. I paused the TV and stood up. At first, it didn't register how strange it was for someone to knock that late. But thankfully, I stopped myself before opening the door. I looked through the peephole. 2 men were standing outside. They were wearing similar clothes, just standing there, waiting. I stayed quiet. A few seconds later, one of them called out, "Hello? We're here to speak with Mr. and Mrs. Ian." That was my parents' name. I stayed silent. It was far too late for a visit, important or not. After a minute, the 2 men looked at each other, whispered something, and walked off the porch. The outdoor lights were off. I couldn't see where they went. No car, no headlights. That's when it got strange. I went back to the living room but left the TV paused so I could listen. Only a few minutes later, I heard footsteps outside again. They walked onto the porch, but this time they didn't knock. Instead, I heard them moving around the side of the house. I ran to the back window just as they opened the fence and entered the backyard. I ducked down so they wouldn't see me. They reached the back door. I heard them talking quietly. Then they started messing with the lock. That's when I grabbed my phone and hid in the garage. I called the police and whispered that someone was breaking into my house. Less than a minute later, a loud pop echoed through the house. The back door slid open. Footsteps moved inside, straight toward the stairs. They went upstairs. A bedroom door opened. Then it closed. After that, nothing. 10 minutes passed in complete silence. When the police finally arrived, I heard fast footsteps upstairs, then shouting. The officers rushed inside. One of them came to the garage and helped me out. The 2 men didn't resist arrest. They didn't say a word. Weeks later, police told me something chilling. They weren't there to rob the house. They were looking for my parents, and it felt like they were going to wait upstairs until my parents came home. I still wonder what would have happened if I had answered the door. But something tells me they would have broken in no matter what.